Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. It's all coming down to the wire in Barcelona. Reigning MotoGP champion Francesco Bagnaia kept his title hopes alive with a dominant pole position and sprint victory at the Solidarity Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Jorge Martin's calculated third-place finish keeps the championship within his grasp heading into Sunday's finale. Let's break it all down. Enea Bastianini continued his stellar Saturday form, securing a 7th consecutive sprint podium at the Solidarity Barcelona MotoGP. The Ducati rider executed a decisive last-lap overtake on Jorge Martin to claim second place, further heating up the weekend's title drama. Here's more on his calculated performance. Jorge Martin's hopes of securing the 2024 MotoGP title early slipped away after a dramatic battle in the Solidarity Barcelona sprint, where Francesco Bagnaia claimed victory. Martin, who needed to outscore Bagnaia to take the title, finished third after a last-lap pass by Enea Bastianini denied him a second-place finish. Despite the setback, Martin remains focused on the final race of the season. As the battle for the MotoGP World Championship intensifies at the Solidarity Barcelona Grand Prix, Marquez shared his thoughts on the title race and offered advice to the title contenders. With a challenging start to the weekend for Marquez, let's break down his predictions and insights for Sunday's race. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Bagnaia showed why he's the reigning champion, recovering quickly from a slight mistake at turn 1 during the sprint to reclaim the lead from Enea Bastianini and Jorge Martin. From there, it was smooth sailing for the Ducati rider, who comfortably took the win. While the sprint result keeps Bagnaia's title chances alive, he acknowledges that Sunday's race will present new challenges. A tire change is on the cards, with the soft rear proving too fragile for full race distance. I just missed a bit the first braking, I had a bit too much margin and both overtook me. Then my pace was good enough to open a gap and just enjoy the moment. Without pushing that much, I was opening a gap. So everything was fine. For tomorrow, it will be different. We will have to change the rear tire because the soft is too soft and could have some problems in the last laps. Quote from Bagnaia. Jorge Martin, leading the championship by 19 points, played it smart in the sprint, securing third place after being overtaken by Bastianini on the final lap. While the Pramac racing rider looked composed on track, Bagnaia hinted that the mental strain might be showing. I think Jorge's suffering a bit of the pressure. I saw all weekend he was quite nervous and this is normal. But I think when he's racing, he can manage well the situation. For Martin, the equation for Sunday is simple. A 9th-place finish or better will secure him his first Premier Class title, even if Bagnaia wins. Adding intrigue to the title fight is the dynamic between Martin and Aprilia's Alex Espargaro, who starts Sunday's race from the front row. Bagnaia believes Espargaro, a close ally of Martin and his future teammate at Aprilia, may play a supporting role. It's incredible their relationship. And also Jorge next year will go to Aprilia. So Alex will never attack Jorge, will never overtake Jorge. And I have to know it. Bagnaia also acknowledged the parallels between Martin's situation and his own title-clinching race in 2022, where he managed a 23-point lead under pressure. It's a difficult situation, similar to mine in 2022. I know he has a lot of margin. If I win, he can finish 9th and still be champion. But I expect a race like today, Jorge cruising without taking risks. While the title fight takes center stage, Enea Bastianini and Marquez are locked in a fierce battle for third in the championship standings. Bastianini's aggressive last-lap move on Martin in the sprint not only boosted Ducati's morale but also demonstrated his determination to finish the season strong. With the championship hanging in the balance, the stage is set for an unforgettable final race of the 2024 MotoGP season. Can Bagnaia pull off the upset, or will Martin claim his maiden crown? The answer comes Sunday. Stay tuned for all the drama. Bastianini's standout moment came on the final lap when he passed Jorge Martin at the downhill entry to Turn 5. Known for its treacherous conditions due to cold left side tires and downhill braking, this corner is a risky overtaking spot. Yet Bastianini planned the move meticulously. I planned a bit the overtake to Jorge because in that point, I was more confident to go directly on the line, and well, I was much faster. It's not simple because on the left side the tire temperature is a bit cold, but I was safe because I stayed very straight during the overtake. Quote from Bastianini. Turn 5 is notoriously challenging, but Bastianini's confidence and precision made the pass clean, securing him the runner-up spot behind his teammate Francesco Bagnaia. The battle between Bastianini and Martin wasn't confined to a single moment. The pair exchanged positions several times, particularly at Turn 1, with one move even forcing Bastianini slightly off track. Sometimes it was a bit on the limit because one time we were out of the line. I was on the red. But when you fight for something important, you have to give 100% in every lap, in every corner. Jorge did it all race, and so did I. Despite the intensity, Bastianini's superior pace at the end of the sprint gave him the edge, a trait he acknowledged has returned after recent struggles in the flyaway races. Starting 8th on the grid, Bastianini's remarkable launch saw him lead briefly by Turn 2 before Bagnaia regained the advantage. While he couldn't match Bagnaia's early pace, Bastianini settled into his rhythm to fight Martin for second place. It wasn't in my mind, to be honest, to be first in the first corner. Pecco Bagnaia was a bit better during the first 2 or 3 laps. After that, I brought my pace and fought with Jorge. Our pace was really similar, and we fought a lot for this second place. Looking ahead to Sunday's race, Bastianini is cautious about tire choices, particularly regarding the medium compound front and the soft compound rear. Today I was with the medium front tire, but it could drop more than the hard front tire. For the rear, the soft won't be the race choice because it dropped a lot in the last 2 or 3 laps. Having made changes to his bike that worked well in the sprint, Bastianini is optimistic but remains unsure if the setup will hold up over the longer race distance. The last 2 or 3 laps today, the bike worked well, and the grip was better. We'll have to check tomorrow if the change still works over the full distance. Concluded. Enea Bastianini once again showcased his late race prowess, setting up what promises to be an action-packed Sunday at the Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya. Can he continue his strong form and influence the outcome of both the race and the championship battle? Stay tuned. The sprint race at Barcelona was an intense affair for Jorge Martin, who started 4th. He initially made a strong move at Turn 1 but found himself battling with Bagnaia and Bastianini. However, it was Bastianini's unexpected last lap pass at Turn 5 that cost Martin a crucial second-place finish. It was a tense sprint. First, with the tire choice, I was a bit nervous because they told me Pecco was with the hard front, but I didn't know if I could trust the choice or not. Finally, I looked to myself and said, what is the best tire you can use in the race, medium. Martin managed to recover to 3rd place but was frustrated by the late loss of position, acknowledging Bastianini's impressive move. It was a bit of a mess. After that I started a fight with him. We lost a bit of time and the chance to go with Pecco. But I did my best trying to control the risk and think a podium today was really a good job. Quote from Martin. With the title still within reach, Martin's focus shifts to the final race of the season, where he holds a 19-point lead over Bagnaia. Despite the challenge of securing the title under pressure, Martin knows the key to success will be careful risk management and staying concentrated. Martin emphasized that his approach would be to avoid unnecessary risks, especially in the race's final laps. The strategy one think must be the same, to try to be on the podium. I need to control a bit more the risk, but today I think the battle with Enea kept me quite concentrated. If something happens in the last lap, I have to control the risk and don't get into a fight. But I will do what I need to do to take this title. With the title in sight, Martin admits that the mental aspect of the final race is just as crucial as the physical. Despite feeling nervous earlier in the weekend, he managed to stay calm and focused for the race. "I was quite nervous after qualifying. I didn't eat almost anything today. But then I tried to sleep a little bit, have a cold shower. And for the race, I was quite calm." He's now focused on replicating his best performance and making the right tire choice for the race. "The plan is to do the same things as always tomorrow. I will try to be at my 100%, and then if at the end I can manage my points advantage, I will manage." Martin's composure will be tested, but he is determined to close out the season with the title. As Martin heads into Sunday's Grand Prix with a solid points advantage, he faces the mental challenge of managing the race and securing his first MotoGP title. The 2024 season finale will also mark the end of his time with Pramac Racing, as he joins Aprilia next year, making this victory all the more emotional. The battle for the crown continues, with everything on the line in the final race. Marc Marquez's Barcelona weekend has been full of ups and downs, starting with a surprising front-row qualifying result, thanks to a tow from future teammate Francesco Bagnaia. However, Marquez quickly found himself back down to earth in the sprint race after contact with Pedro Acosta in the opening lap, which left him finishing in 7th. After qualifying, I was a bit more optimistic, but then in the sprint race, with that tricky first lap, we came back to our position. We have the pace to be from 5th to 10th, and we were in 7th position. Honestly speaking, without that first lap, our position was 6th, not better." Quote from Marquez. Despite the setback, Marquez remains realistic, acknowledging that his pace could only get him so far on the weekend. Marquez's struggles with feeling comfortable on the track are clear. While he showed promise in May, this weekend has been a different story, with the 8-time world champion admitting that he is fighting more against the circuit than the bike. "I'm fighting not against the bike, but against the circuit. In May, the feeling was not bad. I could feel the limit of the track, but this weekend, I start in the opposite way. Step by step I try to be more competitive, but I'm struggling." As he works to improve, Marquez knows that a top 5 finish may be the best he can achieve on Sunday, unless something unexpected happens. With the championship still up for grabs, Marquez weighed in on the title fight, which sees Francesco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin in a head-to-head battle. Marquez believes that for Martin, finishing in 9th place should be achievable, but he knows anything can happen in racing. As for Bagnaia, Marquez's advice is simple: continue doing what's been working. "I think P9 for Jorge is easy, but racing is racing. Pecco needs to do what he did today. And Jorge needs to do what he did today." For Marquez, both riders need to maintain consistency to secure the championship, with the race in Barcelona serving as a crucial decider. With a challenging weekend for Marc Marquez, his focus is now on improving his position, while the championship title battle continues to heat up. Will Francesco Bagnaia's consistent form carry him to the crown, or will Jorge Martin's persistence pay off? All will be revealed in Sunday's crucial race at the Solidarity Grand Prix in Barcelona. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.